Hello, everybody. Greetings and salutations. Looks like we pretty much got everybody, everybody that we got. Um, Gonna try and get a full session in because people got to go in a timely fashion. So, with that being said, let's get this bad boy underway. Roy Royto. Well, speaking of pieces of tape and picking up the pieces, who can
Ooh.
recall what happened last time?
I am logging the fuck in. As it turns out, the big deep puddle on the floor 2 sessions ago during our long rest was a hole directly down to meet Obsidian Lord. A face that we'd seen before in the normally when I think about meeting someone again, when I first meet them underneath the bar table, I don't know if I want to meet them a second time, you know? You know, the the guy that hangs out underneath the bar table. I don't know. But disregarding that, Niavara jumped in to see him first because last time she felt a little bit targeted, one might say, by some of the things he said about her. So she said to herself, I'm gonna handle this by myself, and then I'll get everyone else. Because she's amazing at problem solving, obviously, the same way all 19-year-olds are. Um, so she jumps in. She has a little chat with him, wherein most of the time she's spent like trying to prod answers out of him instead of, listening what the man has to say about herself. Because she's ready this time. She's like, uh-huh. And how does that make you feel? And what are you trying to do about this, huh? Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far. She knows that he wants to act about something, but she can't seem to press the right button to figure out why he's interested in acting now, personally, I should say. So she jumps out, gathers everyone else, gives them all a little bit of a good scare by just jumping back into the puddle. And then is like, guys, if I had been a type of fae, like the horse that drowns people, you would have all just died. Luckily, I'm not. But like, come on. I appreciate the trust, but also, good God. Um, but everyone else had to talk with Obsidian Lord as well. It was also Veldrin's first time meeting Obsidian Lord. How did Veldrin? What did he think of him?
Oh, jury's still out on that one.
Oh, not. Are we leaning more guilty or not guilty?
Depends on what the charge is.
Bastardness. Said
He,
teasingly, of course.
he's leaning a little more towards this guy's a bastard.
Damn. And we might also get him on the lesser included. But I'm totally blanking because I had to step away in the middle of other people getting started talking to him. I know that we were talking, broadly speaking, about his plan and why he was reaching out to us again and how it had to do with Kyrie. But Zedran, who's usually not here at the start of these things, you can't see it, but I'm tapping viciously on my leg. He's not here to expand upon what he might have, what he was saying. Kozik? Dost thou recall your conversation with Obsidian Lord?
Kozik might not be present.
He's here, but he might be away from keyboard. Opal, do you remember your conversation with Obsidian Lord? It's so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you and me.
Man. Sorry. She's also muted.
Muted because I'm washing dishes and making noise while I'm listening, but
Understandable.
I can't remember what he said. I know I asked him about, the Fae and Oberon and stuff, and I know he said things are like going nuts in the Fae realm right now, but I can't for the life of me fucking remember what he told me.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what
Normally my
Do
mind's
you
like a
know what
steel
he
trap.
told me?
Unfortunately,
You
I
don't
had a
remember.
massive migraine attack, and so my memory of like the last
Oh,
half
you
of the week is
did.
like kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had such a bad migraine.
I can remember the broad
Well,
strokes, but
I cannot remember what he
details.
told me about Oberon. I can't for the life of me remember. I just remember that things are going nuts over there.
And none of them
Oh, there
keep
was the
notes.
3 courts. We're gonna go to
Oh.
war, or like we're preparing for war.
Right, and we're thinking it's Miriam's court. That's the third one.
Oh shit! We have to go defend our girl. This is totally not because of Lady Sarissa and my homegirl. Fuck. The kobold.
Cuba.
Who Nevar respects more than any other NPC she's met. What's her name?
Besides Miriam and Sarissa?
The Sarissa's the dragon lady. I'm talking about the lady who worked for Miriam, but she's a kobold. She's kind of got like a smoker's voice.
With the voice. Oh shit. The voice. I can't find it. I'm gonna think about it as I mute again.
The name they're trying to
I'm
recall
going
is
to like start
Tamara.
drilling holes in my brain. I think I'll get memory back that way or some shit.
I mean, since it's been a while, I'll give it to you. Tamara was the name of that kobold.
Like, I know it starts with a T, but I'm like, Tim is not a
Yes,
name.
Tamara.
Thank you, Cubed, for having mercy on my soul. But yes, so Oberon, that probably has to, like, obviously, fuck shit's going on there. There's the, attacks from basically the astral plane into our plane due to Uthagaroth. Um, Kozik, did she say anything towards you about your Dark Lady and like how she played into this?
She didn't really. I didn't really hear much about that, but only it was sort of clarifying that the Black Diamond is some sort of, source of tremendous power and moving across the dimensions and stuff like that. But that's about it.
All right. Opal, do you remember any specific information you grabbed from the session?
Unfortunately not, no.
And then there was information for Gumdra, who we teased a bit there. And Zedrin, who's also K.
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, hi. Do you remember specific
Um,
information that Obsidian Lord gave you about Kyrie and all this?
I remember Zed was kind of sitting back for a little bit, but question he asked a few questions. I think one of the first ones was if this person knew of the key that he has that basically Cha got,
I'd left
and
mine.
they were aware of it, and basically said that Zed asked where we need to use it, and if I remember correctly, it was a very vague answer of like,
No,
yeah,
no,
that
it's to
is
get Dad out of jail.
no, it's
Yeah.
not. That's why. But Zed specifically said, where do we need to use this? And he said that is the question, isn't it? Sort of thing. I don't think we got a definitive answer from that, but that Kyrie definitely has to do with it, and I'm pretty sure. Trying to remember if he spoke with Little One as well. There was a lot of lore going on, so
Unfortunately, like I said, my brain got hit basically by a lightning rod Thursday. So I am fucked, one might say.
so I'm looking back just at checks and things like that. It looks like we had all gotten a long rest, and then that's when we went in to have that conversation. Zed had done some history checks and arcana checks. I know that he insight checked to see if this creature seemed hostile or had any ill intentions, and kind of got the feeling that they were being honest. And then I'm reading a quote or a thought from Gumdra. It says, Gumdra stares at Zed with a new look in her eyes. Someone with more clout than her, kinda hot. I'm pretty sure that was because the Obsidian Lord had mentioned not only Little One's importance somewhat vaguely, but
Veterans.
Zed having more to do with all of this than he actively realizes.
Yeah. Obsidian Lore was basically like, yeah, you guys are kind of, oh, you are in for it, ladies and gents. He
Yeah, it was
basically
kind
is
of
like, why wouldn't shit get fucked if you guys got messed up?
it
All
was
of you
kind of
were like
going down
way
the
more
line
intertwined.
of being like, yeah, here's all your rap sheets. Yeah, Oberon's coming after you, by the way. you know, just one by one.
Yes. The Dark Lady's warlock on a personal quest from her to go obtain this great weapon.
Oh, I saw that Zed did a deception check, and now I remember what it was for. He lied to the Obsidian Lord about Temporalis and his appearance, because when we started talking about, we brought up Temporalis at some point, and then
We
he
brought him up
seemed
because the Obsidian Lord was talking about like there's certain types of magic that are like dangerous, and had talked about like Temporalis's magic specifically dealing with time has the potential to be incredibly dangerous.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Time and bubbles.
I don't know if we had already brought him up, but it was like we had brought up Temporalis and he was intrigued, and we kind of like mentioned what he was all about. And then in the back of Zed's mind, he was like, oh, this guy might think Temporalis is a bad guy. And so he just straight up lied and said Temporalis is a dwarf.
Veldrin did
Uh,
ask many questions regarding that topic because he was like, Temporalis could be in danger, but also any of us could be if we're gonna be going down this path.
Yeah. He's much more powerful than us, and who wants to get smote on the spot? None of us, probably. Neovar would chance it. Um, was there anything else toward the end? Did we leave or are we still there? I thought we left.
I think we left.
We went back to the room and the Obsidian Lord was gone. I thought.
there's technically one more thing, but we could just skip over it because it was just kind of me bullshitting at the end of the session.
Do you recall it?
Yeah, I challenged the Obsidian Lord to rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, right. You challenged him and then you did the scissors and we left. That's how we got out.
Oh, we didn't. No, we didn't do it. That was the cliffhanger. Was like,
Yeah, it was like you did 1, 2, and then on 3 you were out of the room.
Yeah. He basically said, I'm not going to lose. Bye. The only way you don't lose is if you don't play the game.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but you also win 100% of the games you don't do.
Exactly. And so we're back out in the temple one more time. Going, oh man. I'm imagining too, we're all like sort of clumped right on top of each other because we'd all just been in basically a puddle.
Well, I mean, you're all
And I
in a huddled, like
little
huddled
huddle
around each
puddle.
other.
Indeed. Well, I think that encounter went better than the last one did. No? She'll glance around.
I would have to agree with you there, Neovar. At least a little.
I had much more fun. I didn't end it in tears. She'll give a little thumbs up. Kozik, I don't think you participated in the last round. I think you said, I'm not doing it, and stayed at the bar. Or am I misremembering?
I think it was Zed that was at the bar
You're
and sorry when
misremembering.
and
Yeah,
dragged him
Zed
away.
stayed, and I went and dragged him out. But
Oh,
Kozik was with us.
got you. We all went then. I understand. So the only one who had his first interaction was dear Valdrin. Thoughts on our ultimate benefactor?
Benefactor.
Yeah, he's the one who gave us this quest. The whole reason why we're doing some of this is because of him.
Vildren just kind of like gives like a. Oh. He's just kind of like, "Are you serious?" Like that kind of look. Like that's the guy that sent us on this.
Well, you weren't here when it happened, so yeah. No changing course now. The universe is at stake, apparently.
I gathered that much already.
Yeah. The incursions from the astral plane are kind of, a rather unfortunate sign of things to come. But we learn new things. That perhaps Tamara will need our help, and she'll put her hands on Sari's shoulders. You will have a chance to kick Oberon's ass in person if we play our cards right. How great's that?
Okay, let me update this. Now he's here.
You think we're really going to the Fae realm?
Do you think we should right now, or should we just,
I mean, I thought we were
continue
talking
on our...
about going to Kyrie.
Oh, we are. I'm more saying, broadly speaking, I'm sure at some point we'll have to make our way back to the Fae realm because we are not lucky enough to just be able to go to one place without a little detour.
But that would be a grand day. That would be a grand day.
I apologize. From how that bitch was talking about me, I'm afraid to say it may be my latent influences. And she's dramatic as she puts a hand over her chest and then pokes her tongue out.
All right.
What was he on about?
As we get dumped out of here, Zed's gonna look around the room and see if he notices if anything's changed.
In this room, this museum, this particular location, nothing appears
like
to
full
have
of-
changed.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's fine. I'd finish my thought. But, so, Kyrie, I take it we're going to go in?
Well, I don't think we know how the portal works. Apparently, it's not worked for a long time.
Yeah.
Can we just take a moment now? Why is it we're going to Kyrie? Is it because we want to see if we can learn more for little one? Is that why we're going?
At this point, I'm willing to go just to piss Obsidian Lord off.
Why do you think it would piss him off?
Why? He clearly was conflicted about it being open or not. If we opened it on a whim, ooh.
Well,
I don't see a need to piss anybody off, but I just want to know that we've got a good reason to do what we're doing. I mean, I hear you, but we've got a lot on our plate, and I don't want to just go prancing about for no reason. So I just want to know we've got a reason.
Well, when we
Well,
first
allies
heard about
there.
it was we were told that it was basically locked away because it's sacred
Right.
and it's not necessarily
Mythical.
any sort of impending danger, but um
And if
like
we open
little
it up,
one
that'll
for
change
instance,
everything for them.
little one for instance is a creature that's from there. We know that. So yeah, on my own sort of prerogative, I think it would be important to potentially have little one see his place of origin, potentially find whatever family he might have. I will also say that uh, I don't think the Obsidian Lord didn't want us to go there because saving Gravel and everything that we found in this room, he's looking around, like pointing out the tapestries where we found all the code words and that we put together the code phrase that basically said Kyrie is the key. Um, it seems like Kyrie's quite important to what we are on about.
I think he kind of does want us to go, even though he wouldn't say it because he was trying to avoid giving us directives. But I kind of got the feeling he would like to see the connection with Kyrie reopened, even though he kind of said, well, it could be one way or the other. But my impression was that he kind of would like to see that connection remade. So it's, how he was flip flopping because he's not supposed to tell us what he's, on about. But
Thinking.
Zed's gonna walk past Niavara, kind of going up to this corridor over here, and kind of give a little nudge and kind of whisper over his shoulder, "Hey, not everything has to agitate people."
that's right.
No, not everything has to, but it's slightly more fun.
I know you got to get your laughs in somewhere.
On a more serious note, yes, I do believe, in actuality, I do think he wants it open. My whole point is that he was viewing it with such gravity that if we were just to open it because we just, it's a Tuesday, I want a taco, let's go to Kyrie. I think that that sort of innocuous desire to visit a place that has such monumental consequences would at the very least give him a little bit of a laugh as well.
So I got to
He
say,
doesn't seem that type.
I believe that while he was referencing Kyrie, from what we know, and I might be wrong, but this Gravel person that we're supposed to free
Mhm.
is, from my memory, somewhere in the astral plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that Kyrie might lead us to be able to get to wherever we need to be. But
Perhaps.
to your point, like, we're not just on a whim going to Kyrie just to look around. It's, you know, been led to believe that that's where we need to go, but that's not really where our destination ends.
Hmm.
It's
So
kind of like if
It's
we
a
go to the Kyrie, we're probably not going to go to Kronos for the library. The whole point going to the library was just finding a way to the astral plane. So it,
yeah,
kinda.
it feels
Zed's
like
kind of
we're
like,
so close to Kronos, and now if we head through the portal, it's probably likely we won't come back to go to Kronos. So I just wanted to say it out loud so we all know what we're doing. Because if we go through this portal, we're probably not coming back to go to
Zed's
Kronos,
nodding and
and
kind
I
of like
just want to be
like
okay with that.
scratching the side of his head,
Oh,
just like, yeah, that's very true.
I'm
I
not
will
objecting to
tend.
anything. I'm just wanting it, out in the open, making a decision with all facts on the table.
I actually think that you are not quite thinking it right. No
Oh,
doubt
please.
the actual visit to Kyrie will be important on our journey, but we still need to go towards that area on account of the fact that we need to collect someone for the town of Grinstall.
We left the town of Grinstall to try to find
I know.
Kronos.
The mayor has a person that we need to pick up in the town of Kronos.
Ah, oh, I forgot that.
Sorrowinds.
So we'll have to come back. We'll have to go there anyway. Secondly,
Chronosis
say this-
had the library. I'm not being nitpicky, but Chronosis had a library, and Sorrowinds was a neighboring city that's, I believe, is somewhat in conflict with Chronosis, and that's where
our guy is
Lady Tia Moonblade and yeah,
the mayor.
Mr. Mayor's hatred is.
Friend is.
We'd hope they're friends, I
Well,
guess.
you have the details. I think they're a former adventuring party.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it ended right.
Well, from the fact that Tio showed up to help when the city was under fire. They have some sort
Oh,
of
it's just
relationship.
I'm just bringing up what the irony of showing up, being like, "Hey, we're here on their behalf," and then we get a whole "fuck you" in the face because they're not friends. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, you got a good point though. There's a great chance that we end up finding our way over there.
Secondly, and I don't mean this slightly, do you really think it would be that fucking easy? Sorry. That we just go to Kyrie and they're like, here, I will give you a ship to the Astral. No. Even if they have one, they're going to be all snooty about it. Like, they're legendary dragons. They're like, you outsiders have trespassed upon hallowed grounds.
I'm not thinking we're going to get any kind of ship there. I'm saying it's away from that goal. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm more saying, when we traveled to the Feywild, we were able to go in and out from the same hole and then come right back.
Oh, right back. Right, because that's what happens every time we go through a portal. We go in, we do something, lickety split, and one day later we go back out. I don't think so.
It might not be one day, but like it's already a long enough journey. What's adding one another? That's all I'm saying. And who knows? We might get kicked right out. And I haven't said this yet, but I will say it. While I was in there by myself chatting with the Obsidian Lord, he did reveal to me that this specific portal, right? And she taps the wall. This is something that is too important to give up. It is basically, and this is half the reason why I'm saying we should like treat it super lightly. It's the life's work of people to try and find this place, to try and discover this specific entrance. And he basically was like, you guys did on a whim what some people have spent lifetimes trying to find. And you guys just stumble
yeah, that's
into it.
Yeah, right.
So the answer is we can't just pass it up, even if it takes us off the path for like, you know, another, I don't know, let's be.
I'm not arguing against going at all. I'm just putting everything on the table so that we're making, you know, we're just, this is what we're doing. That's it. I'm not arguing against it. I think there's good reason to do it and good reason not. And I'm ready to do what the group wants.
I got a thought here, and obviously we're going to have to figure out how this portal works. The last one that we went into, where the one that Marius was guarding, that was another one that realistically should never be opened again, right? Now, what we have done is we took the device that controls it with us. So now it can never be opened without our presence or this device that we have in our possession. if we find some sort of similar way to open this one, that means it can never be operated without whatever that is. Now, we might get lucky twice in a row, but maybe not. But my whole thought is, yeah, to your point, we came across this. We're meant to be here. It's not, I
Yes.
don't think, an accident. And yeah, we were headed to Chronosis, but that was on more or less a heading that we put on ourselves. And in going that way, it's led us here. So, not one for fates and whatnot, but like we are one room away from the potential means of getting to a place that, one, I believe we need to go, and two, a place that no one's been for who knows how long.
Think about the state of the composition of the Lord of Dragons. Think of that under that lake. And that's how long it's been since Kyrie has been accessed.
Hey, we
Granted,
might.
think about
Zed's
that
gonna
big
kind of
ass
like.
sword sticking out of the Lord of Dragons' body.
Zed's gonna kind of like shift his shoulder a little bit because I'm sure little one's sitting up on his shoulder. We might have some sort of emissary or what? Maybe a bit of royalty here with us that needs to go back to his home.
Hmm. And her face, her lips purse a little bit, and she's like, the answer is maybe. But also, think to you will, that little dungeon where we definitely met you, Opal. Do you remember, Zedrun, in that dungeon where we met Opal? That whole library full of broken, and she pauses, gestures like for Zedrun to cover little one's ears.
He's like, and he'll kind of grab little one off his shoulder and, hey, it's all right. And he'll give little one a gold piece. Let's see. Kind of distracting.
Full of broken amethyst pieces that looked like they belonged to body parts of other amethyst dragons.
He'll nod.
Yeah. He might be. But also, we might end up caught up in something truly dire, if that is the case. The last egg hidden somewhere nearby, a corpse from a war. And then the rest of his little kind, all torn up into tiny little pieces by Marn. And she pauses. Waits. The saddest thing, right? You only mentioned the potential for allies, Zedrun. The potential. I thought about this question a lot when I was a girl. Whether or not it was nicer to picture a world where there were others out there waiting for me, right? Or what would happen if I was truly alone and there was just no one out there? What if we get to Kyrie and it's just empty? I think we shouldn't hype him up too much, Zedrun, that's all. Be prepared for everything. He might
Zed-
find people, or he might find
Zed
no
just nods.
one. And I don't want to break that poor little guy's heart. And I know you don't either. But anyway, let's go break into that portal. I look forward to this. There is no type of journey better fit for us than to literally break into a long sealed portal.
So, as this conversation's happening, what's Kozik and Gumdra and Veldrin and Opal doing throughout this discussion, debate, quote unquote?
Not doing it. I'm just listening to what they're saying. But I don't shy away from adventure, so I guess we should go through the portal. I don't really know.
All right, what
Veldrin has no strong feelings.
all right. What about old Gumdra and Opal?
At this point, Opal wants to leave.
But we can try to go in the portal all we want, but it's not open yet.
It's not open. We don't know how to open it. It hasn't been open for a long time. What is the plan? We can't just go in there and say, open up. We don't know what the key is.
Apparently, we know the key is Kyrie.
What does that mean?
I don't fucking know, but someone went to links to hide that message in this room, in this place that no one's found in quite some time, that somewhat directly correlates with what we're doing. That's what I know. As far as a plan, realistically, the reason we got here was because we were trying to tunnel out a different side of a mountain, be able to get a wagon through. So yeah, what are we doing?
Huh. I'm not entirely certain anymore. It's been a while since we got in here. At least it feels like it. Maybe
It's been a while since what?
since we got in here,
Oh,
or
yeah,
at
in the
least
caves, right?
or at least it feels like it. You can't really tell time in a cave, can you? At least not well.
It's been a while. We've been through a lot, and do we? Oh, sorry. And do we assume that Temporalis and waiting? I mean, we've been here for days.
A day at least. We only took one rest, remember?
The last we saw them, sorry if you remember, they could just go outside, and we told them to go because we were going to bring the group
Anybody?
back with us. Yes, you, Sorry, and Leovara and I went and spoke with Temporalis and Merlin. We told them to go outside because it is open now, and that we were coming to leave with them.
I'm gonna go off.
So the issue of boring through the mountain has been solved. We can just leave.
Anybody there?
Yeah, we're
Hi.
here.
Oh, now I hear you. Okay. I got cut off somehow. Where are we in the conversation? I know I asked like what's going on back with Temporalis and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Veldrin had reminded Sorry that the last time that they had been spoken to, it was him, Neovara, and Sorry that went to talk to Temporalis. And is it Merlin or Marlin? I think it's
Marlin.
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 And that, like, the entrance to the outside was open, and they had said, go take the wagon outside. We're going to get the rest of the group and we're going to leave.
Okay.
And then we didn't come back.
Yeah, and then we didn't come back.
They
Yeah.
might think we're dead. We've been here for an entire day. And to be fair, you know, I thought this would be a shorter trip than it was.
That's always that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
There were also those mimics that went out to go meet them, no doubt.
Oh. You know, they might either be dead or traveling with some mimics.
Yeah, I guess not mimics. Doppelgangers might be the better word for them. And I do doubt that Temporalis is dead.
Yeah.
That man seems too stubborn to die. Marlin.
Yeah. He
Ugh.
seems too stubborn as well.
Obviously, you can't actually hear me, but we probably want to go tell Marlin because he's on the clock. We're paying him.
That's right. Are we paying him by the day?
We are.
Oh, he's having a good
And
time.
just as a little funny haha, you can hear Neovar from the other room yelling things like, open up! You know, because Veldrin said that you can't just go in there and yell at it to open up.
That's good.
Well, maybe we should go back to the entrance and then we can travel in the open air.
That's good. So then we're deciding not to go try to use the portal.
Well, I have no idea how to open it, save maybe for the obsidian key, which seems to be sort of a utility tool, I think.
Kind of does everything.
All right, so Neovar is in the other room yelling at a portal. Zed is staring idly down the hallway. Kozik is presenting options of departure. Opal is
You know? I mean, never mind. I forgot where this was going. My brain immediately fell.
Okay, so Opal's opaling. So what is Sorry and Veldrin and Kozik like in terms of like what they're doing? Like, are you guys just sort of staying huddled there? Are you just heading in a direction?
I don't see anything right now. It just won't load. But Sorry's just trying to be agreeable and do what the group wants. But the group doesn't know what the group wants. So
How long have you been trying to
some
load?
people want to, oh, I had it for a minute, and then when my voice cut out earlier, it also went offline. So it's it's
All right,
it's
give it a
gonna.
sec. That's gonna be it's a connection issue because the game probably still thinks you're logged in. So I will kick you out and give it a minute so it could update and then try and
Okay.
log back in.
Okay, thanks.
Um, yeah, so I mean, it kind of seems like everybody's just sort of discussing, sort of huddling around. Um, Nothing in the room appears to have changed. Um, Especially nothing in the portal room has really changed. Still like the rubble from the critter over there in the corner. Um, but yeah, pretty much it's. I guess the saying is the shoe is on the foot of what the party wants to do, because there's currently nothing really in action. To which it sounds like you guys have presented the option of departing, heading out, or it absolutely going back and checking in with Temporalis and Marlin, um, trying to figure out how to activate this portal. I guess technically, heading out and heading back to Chronosis, but I mean that still is part of the interacting with Marlin and Temporalis.
Temporalis might understand how to operate this portal. So maybe we should at least go back to the front entrance and meet with our comrades.
Right. That doesn't mean we're not, we can't come back if that's what we want to do, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I think Zed will kind of jog over to this hallway. Hey, quit hollering at the fucking portal. I think we're gonna go back and try and speak with Temporalis.
Oh my fucking god. Can you
Which one?
so no doubt no doubt that is a smart idea. To be clear. A very smart and wise idea, no doubt. But also
Zed, as you're talking, Zed is in Thieves Camp being like, I fucking know. I know.
ugh. Can you at least give me your key? I want to see if it did you try the key last night?
What'd you ask for?
Your key. You've been
The
carrying
obsidian key?
Shaw's key.
He's gonna look back and I'm pretty sure he's out of eye shot of everyone. He's gonna shake his head and then just run over real quick. Hey, fucking hurry up.
Yeah. Come on. Think of it this way. We get to take ownership of opening the door to Kyrie. And she'll try to
Aye,
open
well,
the
if-
door with
Well, if it's
Zedrin's key.
open, then can't just leave it, right?
No, we could just leave. We don't have to tell them it's open. We can open it privately. Go back with them and say, oh my god. And then we can come back and suddenly it's open. And then we can say, look, this is clearly the path meant for us. And then Temporalis can't take credit
Let's
for
okay.
it.
See what happens first. I don't think I like that idea.
So do we press the door?
Say one more time.
Do we press the key to the door, Zedrin?
Yeah, he's letting you do what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, Neovar presses the key to the door or portal.
So you touch the runes on the ground pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous. All right, roll me a D100. Good luck.
Oh shit.
Good luck, he says. Not potential at all.
Middling. If I fall in, by the way, you can in fact just leave me. I will find you one more time.
Wishful thinking. So you tap the key to the portal, and the one rune seems to light, and it seems really slow, unnaturally slow, excruciatingly slow. Like, dear God, I'm gonna be old by the time all of these go off. And you keep pressing, and you keep pressing, and hold it there. And
Can I do something while this is happening before something happens?
okay,
Oh,
So you
Yeah, I'm
said that this
imagining
is
Zedrin
taking
wouldn't just
a
wait.
long time to light up. Zed's noticing this. I'm assuming that Neovara's kind of like kneeled down because these runes are on the ground.
Yeah.
So we'll probably like put a hand on her shoulder. Hey, I got an idea, but give me the key. Come on. We'll come back.
And she'll stand. It'll probably be lit by the time we get back.
Yeah, maybe. He's gonna kind of open up his palm, just suggesting that she hands
She'll
him the
take.
key.
Yeah, she'll give him the key.
Aye. All right.
Brush
Come on,
herself
let's go.
off.
and the light goes off.
I tucks it in. He tucks it like kind of in his shirt. Like, yeah, I thought that. Okay. All right. Figure it out. Start
We
kind
all
of moving
probably
back.
need to be in here for this. Come on, little guy. She dumps her altar after blowing out the candles back into her bag. Double taps the one to the shadow, like the candle that happened near it. Like, it's okay. We'll get it together. All right, we should probably go get Marlin. We're paying him by the day.
All right, I'm for it.
Aye. Yeah. Don't want that big old Yatkin trying to hunt us down for money. That's for sure.
Yeah. Alternatively, the two doppelgangers ate him and we just don't know it yet.
That's not even funny.
Oh, I'm not saying it's funny. I'm more saying they're aberrations. They're fae. They're not even nice fae. They're not even
I'm
weird
telling
fae
you,
like
said that
me,
if we run
potentially.
into
who are you talking about?
Doppelgangers.
Oh, doppelgangers.
Yeah, the ones that we let go.
If those are
Yes, yes.
doppelgangers.
True. But yeah, if that's the decision, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to go through a couple different different maps to get back.
Yeah, likely. But the walk won't start itself as she, goes down the little winding hallway.
I'm a cheater.
The hallway that is littered with scorch marks.
She'll whistle.
Go here. I already moved over there. Okay, so now
Yeah, are we
And
are we
she'll lean
fast
over
tracking this
to
cubed, or do you want us to
Alright.
walk through?
so you're heading back to Marlin and Temporalis. That's
Yeah.
So
the Consensaroni.
Yeah.
All right. Then we shall bring you to this scene. Everything's done moving. Boop.
Oh man, still not loading. Come on.
You might want to also refresh your browser or close it and reopen it.
it
So
shows you.
yeah, she's in the game, but not in the game. It's just a.
That's weird.
It's probably the browser then. So as you're making your way through this hallway, you see the familiar little rock elementals pretty much prancing around, doing their own thing. You would notice a couple of stones, pretty sizable, like
I
boulders. It
can't
looks like
hear
they have
anyone. I'm
moved.
gonna just shut it down and restart everything. So I'll see you in a little while.
Um, you would also catch a very pungent aroma as you pass by that frosty lizard creatures, which the body has started to decay as it is not. It's cold in here. It's there's ice in here, but it's not cold enough to keep it from not decaying also. So there's a bit of a stench that has arisen from the corpse of the creature. And if you recall, it was pretty big, so like part of its body is still in the water. And that part seems less gross, but the part that is exposed to the open air seems to be in a state of decay. As nobody has come back here to clean this up. But beyond that, you keep walking past it, and you make your way to see that there are still elementals on guard in the form of boulders, but you're very aware that they're actual, creatures. And you walk past them. And head back to where Temporalis and Marlin were. And you'd notice that they are still there. Like, Marlin looks like he's got a campfire set up. The little spit. There's like a little spit off to the side. Looks like they currently have a pot of stew going. And it's compared to what you've been smelling recently, this smells pretty good. And you see him just like sitting down next to the campfire, and he's just stirring this stew. And Temporalis is, as you would expect, just sitting in his chair. Like, his chair looks much nicer now. Like it looks like a little bit more of a recliner, but made out of like stone. And he's just like leaned back on this chair, like hands intertwined atop just like on his chest, like on his belly kind of area, and eyes closed. He's just existing. And by
All
eyes
right,
closed, I
Mr.
mean,
Marlin, is that stew ready or what? Good to see
Oh.
you.
Oh, hey. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, y'all want some stew? Should be done in a couple minutes. I mean, it was part of the, part of the fee. So,
Yes,
Oh,
yes, right on
nice.
time.
For our point of reference, how long has it been since you last saw us?
well, I'd probably say it's been about a day or so, maybe a couple days. At
Yeah,
least
that
a
tracks.
day. Kind of hard to tell
Mountains are
sometimes. The
set.
weather was getting a little choppy out there. Gets real dark when it gets real blizzardy.
Tracks. Y'all see a couple of mimics pass
Yay!
through?
I can hear you.
We did
Uh,
ask them that last time. It was no.
what's a mimic?
Doppelganger.
What's a doppelganger?
It looks like you exactly as it walks through. It would have looked like me and Gumdra. Or I guess it could have changed.
Oh, didn't see none of them then.
Great. It went elsewhere in the cave. How lovely.
Or it didn't exit into the same plane as
Reality.
us, because we did establish that the reason your sending spell didn't work was because we were on different planes.
True. And she'll tap her finger. Timbrels, you didn't get any sendings from me, did you?
No, I did not.
It's like another plane.
Wait, another plane. Which part?
Where
When we went to go see your lady.
Really?
that was a different plane.
Yep.
When did we cross back over?
When we left.
That library was in a different plane. Like 100%.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I guess so.
Wait, what are you saying? The library's in the same plane as where we've been with Marlin, right?
Nope.
Did we?
We crossed
For
over.
whatever reason, it was a little planar hole. The same way that Temporalis's little plane had been its own pocket.
Wait, okay, I was gone for a little bit. Did we just cross over somewhere?
No, this is about
No.
in the past when we went and broke the crystals and freed a piece of Kozik's lady. That was a different plane.
Okay,
That's what we're
okay,
talking
thank
about.
you. Thank you. Okay, get it. I got it.
So what you are saying is that you went to another plane. Interesting.
Briefly. But we saved the most interesting part of all for last. Or I guess for the middle. Temporalis. We found the portal to Kyrie.
Interesting.
No reaction. Typical.
They want you to help open it.
What was the last thing he said?
I know
You're
how
kind
to
of quiet.
He said that they want Temporalis to help open it.
Oh. So you were asking me to assist you with opening a portal. Why didn't you just say that? You do not have to always beat
Well,
around the
I'm
bush.
pretty
Just
sure
tell me
I know
directly.
open. It's no fun when you have me do it like that.
Oh, well, we
It's
are
much
having fun. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me take it back a moment. Oh no, I do not know what you are speaking of. If only there was some brave adventurers that were to give me a task to open a portal of great importance. Alas, and he throws a hand over his head. Alas, there is nobody here who can do such a thing for such a squalid little individual like myself.
should have left you in the other plane. Well, actually, we're fairly certain that we figured out how to open it. But I was fairly certain you'd be interested in it, as it is, a fucking legendary, closed off plane of dragons, of legend, of lore.
Well, I guess to this
Oh, yeah,
world.
also we. Huh?
Nothing.
Ugh. We also met with our benefactor. The Obsidian Lord. Do you know of him?
I do not.
What you miss when you sit in that chair.
Ah. And everything I miss is everything I do not have to think about. As he folds his hands over his chest again.
Yeah, but one thing you still do have to think about is our friend that we have in common, eh? In which the Obsidian Lord was also very well aware of.
He quirks a brow.
Aye.
That has your attention.
And what exactly did he know that is of such importance?
Well, he knew more than I did before I met you. And he definitely knew what you told me already. And he knows that he's a problem.
Well, I think that is pretty obvious.
It's obvious to those who experienced it, yeah, which leads me to connect that dot.
He's essentially a planar entity itself. He claimed that his father created the universe.
He just kind of chuckles. Right, so you came across an entity that created reality. Yeah. I am certain you were not hot up on some kind of magical mushrooms or something
I will let you know I've never done drugs in my life.
that you are aware
I'm
of.
a square
She
that
has
way.
danced on a table in a bar, though.
Listen, revelry is a core component of worshipping my mistress.
And what does one do when
Not
they
a judge.
revel? They also do
Not
drugs.
drugs, not necessarily.
Well, that would be
Booze,
the
yes,
first.
not drugs.
Temporalis, I'm not sure if we've actually asked you directly, but are you familiar with the name Gravel?
Let's see. Du-du-du-du.
And just for the record, we are in like this small cavern. Are we outside? Like, where exactly are we? Because I stepped away for a sec.
Just the cavern where the cave-in was.
Okay.
I cannot say I can think of whoever that name is.
Are you aware of the potential of entities that I know you were maybe scoffing at the idea, but more or less controlled realities or had maybe like a whole lot of weight that they could pull? That makes sense.
That does not make sense at all. I feel like you're beating around the bush and not being very direct.
Are you aware of entities that could control what's going on this plane in a very direct sense, I guess. The name I mentioned is tied to an entity that apparently, quote, can fix things here.
Fix things, such as what is broken. I mean, I can fix things. Look at this magnificent chair. It was once a terrible, broken piece of rock, and I fixed it. And now it is so comfortable I could meditate on it all day.
At that question and suggestion, Zed's almost just gonna kind of pipe down a little bit and look around at everyone.
Well, as far as this janitor, or you said fix it handyman, I cannot say. But you have been gone for at least a day and a half or so, and as such, it has not gotten us any closer to this chronosis. Not saying that you have to do it, but simply a reminder of what the goal was originally. For those of us who have been sitting in this cave, waiting patiently. And then he gestures over to Marlin, who's like, it looks like he's pulled like a few bowls out, and it started, ladling out some stew into different, different bowls for people.
With that being said, and the reason I will say the reason Zed looked around was because Temporalis suggested, based on what Zed had mentioned, Temporalis had said, "Well, if this person can fix things, what needs fixing?" And Zed didn't really have an answer, so he kind of looked around at everyone else. But in response again to what Temporalis had just said, Zed's going to kind of walk over, assuming that Marlin's kind of like a few paces away, maybe like you said, getting bowls ready and stuff. Kind of like put an arm on Marlin's shoulder and I have a word. And,
Yeah, sure,
and
fella.
kind of suggest that they potentially step outside.
All right then. Seems like something real important. He's like lowering his breath. Seems like something real important. Like, yeah, we can have a one-to-one, man-to-man. He kind of does like the backhand, not like slap you on the chest, but just sort of like the backhand, like, all right, let's do this, and
Yeah,
just kind of flop.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he does that and starts walking, and Zed will follow him. Just outside, I guess, over here somewhere.
Into the biting cold. Yep.
He's gonna try and stand downwind of the yak so that it can potentially block some of the potential blizzard, I guess.
Yeah, there's something I can do for you.
Hi, mate. So, I know you live around here, and you guided us to the cave. Is there a way that we could mark this entrance? Maybe not like on a map or something, to where we could find it again. There's something important in here that we ended up finding that, if I'm being completely honest, no one needs to find. It's quite dangerous. But we might need to come back here. I'm wondering if there's some sort of way that, like, let's say there's a cave it, and the entrance is gone again.
You mean like this,
You
and the
know?
emotions over to the like it's the rubble and stuff is still there. It's just you guys have a very narrow pathway that you can get out.
Right.
Looks pretty sealed to me. Save for that
Well-
tiny little walkway I gotta squeeze through.
No, yeah, my thought is we might need to get back here, and we're gonna need to know where it is. So as far as having some sort of map or
Kind
I
of
don't know if you have
he'll stand up and like put his hands on his hips a little bit, with a little bit of confidence. Wilt Filler, it sounds like he's gonna be needing some more, trailblazing from old Marlin. Best guide out in the mountains.
Yeehaw.
he's gonna kind of like scratch the side of his face a little bit and then just kind of wipe down his beard. He'll look off and then he's gonna look back at Marlin. I know coin's not an issue. We'll need to take care of you. It's not a problem. But you're probably not gonna be one to get invested in what we've got going. All I'm saying is it might be very important to at least one of us to be able to get back here. Catch my drift.
Yep. So what you're saying is you're gonna need yourself a tour guide to get you back here. Understood. Old Marlin could do that for you. And he pats you on the back. Half price for one way.
Marlin,
Yep.
okay. I want to be very clear. I appreciate your help. And I'm asking for your help. But the next time that we're trying to find this place, I don't want to have to find you first.
And he like rubs his chin a little bit. I could take up a little bit of that wiggly finger magic-y moo. Learn one of them there are spells that can communicate with people from far away. And he's just like looking up into the off in the distance, like kind of looking past you. As he's thinking very hard.
Fair enough, yeah. And I'm assuming all of this is happening while whatever is happening inside with Temporalis as well.
Yep.
You want to switch scenes?
Well, what are y'all's doing? Because there's a conversation. Zed pulls Marlin aside. There's bowls set aside for pretty much everybody of some stew, nice and warm, still steaming. Small chunks of meat, some vegetables. You would see old Bessie just sort of chilling in the corner, just being a goat, goating it up, doing that goat life.
Throwing it up.
So what are y'all's doing back in the cave with Temporalis?
I'm definitely having some soup. some stew, as it were. Really, oh, don't yeah.
Neovar is also partaking of the stew.
All right, all right. So you get some stew, and it is surprisingly fresh. It tastes like the ingredients were very fresh. The meat was fresh. The veggies were fresh. Um, it's just a very tasty, hearty meal. Kind of indicating that Marlon's a pretty good cook. Like this is considering the environment you're in. Yeah, it's a pretty hearty meal, and it warms the insides. Like you feel it going down. It's just like, oh man, this is. You could see yourself just taking just a whole bucket of this and just sitting next to a giant stone slab projecting imagery for who knows how long.
Stew is good food, I guess. Gosh, I mean, I guess we need to get on our way to Chronosis or wherever, but I could just hang out here by the fire all day long. Snarf, snarf, snarf.
I think we spent plenty of time in this cave. I don't know about
I don't
you.
know. I think Kyrie is, still, right there.
Do you want to keep looking for it?
I mean, it's not a matter of looking. We know exactly like where it is. We just gotta get inside.
Well, do you have any theories on how to get in?
Yes, one that was working even.
Oh.
Yeah. And she smiles a little bit.
I might add, if you did have an idea, I think I missed it because I crashed. My Discord is lovely at the moment.
Oh, I've been having
The answer,
trouble too.
it's okay. Opal wasn't in the room with her, so she wouldn't have known. The key that Zedrin holds, it was working, in fact, to open it. That is indeed our way in. I'm fairly certain, at least.
But would it open it fully?
Probably. I just, Zedrin was thinking to the fact like once we went inside, we wouldn't go back for Marlin or Temporalis, and that was kind of that would kind of be rather mean of us, considering that we, in fact, were paying Marlin. Temporalis, I guess.
I would have been fine
He'd
with it.
survive. Exactly. See, like, there are two people, three, who I'm like, yeah, they'd be okay if I were to just suddenly to run away. The first is Mother. The first is Obsidian Lord. The third is Temporalis. All three of them equally the same. If I just, they can handle themselves anywhere. I'm positive.
I see, I see.
But Marlin, I mean, like, we're paying the guy. He got us this far. I don't want to, like, as Zed said, I don't want to have, like, a 6'3" yak man chasing me down for payment. Is he 6'3"? I can't tell. I'm too small. She makes herself as tall as a 6'3" yak man, since considering that Marlin's outside. No, I guess he is bigger than this. She'll make herself small again. And just clap her hands. Like, yeah. It's right there. We can go inside. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, had to do a quick one there. Hmm.
Sorry, considering difficulties with Discord tonight, I was like, am I just speaking into the void?
No, I heard most of it. But the moment you stopped to talk, like, I can usually tell when it happens because people stop talking and I don't hear anybody. And if it happens in the middle of somebody's sentence, it's really easy to hear. Luckily, it happened near the
We're
end
here.
there. No, I know. I figured I can hear you all. And usually, if I try to talk, nobody can hear me. Regardless, yes, I understand your point, Neovara. Or what you're trying to say.
So yeah, it's right there. What a beautiful thing to find. We gotta go in. And yeah, we're dragging him with us. Sorry, Temporalis.
Now, imagine if we had to kill all of those kobold statues again.
Have fun.
You were killing
I
things
wonder
in
what they'll
there?
form. No. One thing attacked us that was living. The rest were golems.
And
Golems.
were they living if they weren't ever alive in the first place?
I do not know.
Correct.
And then he looks directly at Opal.
Excuse you, I'm a fully sentient being.
Perhaps they had the opportunity to do so as well.
No. they
Except they attacked us the moment we were in their area. They did not try to talk or communicate. Hell, I did, and they attacked me immediately.
didn't. Yeah, in spite of
They are no
ample opportunity.
They are no better than weapons swinging around attached to a pulley system.
And she gestured to Veldrin. Like, Temporalis, look at my brother here. You don't think he would have absolutely exhausted the opportunity to try and calm them down and talk with them?
I do not know. I do not know your brother.
I guess he
Opal,
missed things.
Opal opens her mouth and then closes it. Veldrin does want us to not kill everything we see. Typically, mindless slaughter is not too great for the soul.
The druid. Who would guess that he has, moral compunctions about killing? It's revolutionary. Never been done. Disregarding that, yes, there's a set of golems in there. They're quite intricate, and after the initial attack, they reformed into a giant kobold golem. Quite interesting. Oh yeah. There was one area that we couldn't get back in because they kept firing lasers.
Okay.
I
Well-
still haven't figured out what that room's purpose was.
One sec.
Other
Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're there.
Okay.
Cube just said 1 sec.
Yeah, just checking.
I think Zed's still outside. Trying to reason with Marlin a little bit as well.
Alright, sorry about that.
no worries.
Get rated.
No. Alright, so what did you say? Last thing
But she still hadn't figured out the mechanism behind the lasers in that last room.
Hmm.
Surprised she might.
Yes. That does seem like it is quite technologically advanced. What is a
Yes,
laser?
very interesting. What is a laser? You don't know?
You mean a beam of light that emits lots of heat?
Not, I mean, yes and no. It also could be like, a matter of electricity. Technically speaking, I usually consider it its own separate thing. It is bright, no doubt, but when it hits you, it doesn't necessarily emit heat, it just hurts. Like, being shocked by something.
Ah, lightning bolt. Got it.
No. Not a lightning bolt. And she sort of thinks on it, and she's like, what is a laser? I've never had to think of it. It's not light. I
Lightning,
guess
but
it
more
is light.
precise.
Lightning, but very precise. I guess.
The dwarven mystics would often amplify certain light that came from cracks above in the caves, and they would use mirrors to reflect it and amplify it, sometimes to the point of being able to burn flesh. But I don't know, we haven't heard of that technology in a long time. But of
Like,
course, the
yeah,
dwarves did have this, you know.
Maybe like
Mhm.
Firebolt, but a whole lot hotter.
Reflecting light is not quite the same thing as this, right? Because it
Well,
was on a
you
standard
gather it
timer.
and shepherd it and aim it at what you want to burn.
Like, out of character, it's technically radiation as far as from what I remember.
What is it? Light amplified through something R? I don't I forget. I don't remember.
But yeah, it's definitely light, but like it does crazy shit.
just threw that out there just to be like, would fantasy characters know what a laser is?
I don't know. They
Yeah,
probably
How would you
ancient,
describe what a laser is?
like
Laser's already complex to describe because it's an acronym.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
laser
shit,
itself is an acronym.
Oh my god. And it's like, it's like, how do fantasy characters describe radioactive shit?
Magic.
Nuclear technology.
Well, yeah, it's like, I mean, I feel like it's easier to describe in this sort of fantasy realm because it doesn't have to make sense, quote unquote. Just like, yeah, this happens. A beam of light
It
that hurts
burned.
you comes from that little
Yeah.
circle right there. It's
Yeah,
like,
who's
oh,
making
okay, cool, good to
transistors
know.
in the blacksmith shop, you know?
Yeah, you don't have to make it make sense. Right.
Oh, so what you're saying, it is like radiant energy. Got it.
Yeah, I guess it's like radiant energy if radiant energy really sucked.
The cleric saying that of all people.
Yeah, I get to say that because I am the cleric. Radiant energy is, the power of the gods. This is the power of that wall, I guess. And ow, that wall really hurt.
So,
I took a lot of shots from it to try and figure it out.
You were attacked by a wall that was powered by the gods. Interesting.
That's why I'm saying you gotta check it out, man. I'm sure you put together your whole ass castle. You know how traps are set up, yes, theoretically.
Of course, I make many of them.
This was a really intricate trap that I couldn't figure out. I'm shaking it like a set of keys in front of a toddler.
Well, luckily,
And hoping it'll work.
traps were not exactly my specialty. Otherwise,
Strange
you
portals
probably
and
would have
alternate
just
planes.
died instantly.
God willing. God's willing. Send me to the plane of Delore.
I'm sure there's someone who can do that for you.
I'm positive that I'm going to meet them one day, but not today. Disregarding all that. Anyway, I think that it's worth your time to go back there and see it. If only because, like I said, I still think that there's something back there that was being hidden from us. We also never found that last Dragonborn that was sort of wandering around back there, guys.
Was Obsidian Lord.
Oh shit, yeah, it was him. What a lame-o.
What a lame-o.
Yeah. He's
The
like, "Oh,
Obsidian
I
Lord.
can't." He's again, I went in there by myself because the last time he and I spoke, he made me cry. So I had to get the jump on him this time. If he was going to say something mean to me, i.e., emotionally revelatory, I needed to be on top of it alone. So instead, I confronted him one-on-one, right? In that one-on-one conversation, yes, he was
Right.
saying all this hullabaloo about how he can't interact with the world. And yet there he is wandering about like, a dramatic little guy. Hence the term lame-o. If he's gonna be like, hemming and hawing about interacting with the world directly, he can't also be like, dramatically wandering amongst the caves in this little back dark alley.
Isn't
Well,
that
he's
what you do?
trying to be sneaky about talking with us. He's not supposed to interact, but clearly he wanted to, so he was trying to, get
Get our
around the
attention.
rules and get our
Well,
attention.
if I remember correctly, he's not supposed to intentionally interact with us.
Yes.
We
Not
we simply
directly.
waddled into him.
He's not allowed to be
Exactly.
directly involved. It's not intentional.
Correct.
Right. Well, anyway, lame-o is not quite what I would say. I have more respect for the gentleman than that.
I have no respect for him.
No respect. Why don't
Neither
you?
do I.
Oh, this is good Lord.
I have very little respect for anyone.
Well,
Exactly.
We have a
that's
united
That
we have a
is
united drow front for once.
indeed. That is exactly how you live life. If you have no respect for anybody, nobody can let you down.
that sounds like a rough way to live.
Oh yeah, Temporalis did Dear, sorry, inform you that there's a current brewing in the Feywild. Literally, they're about to head to war again. 3 factions this time.
Oh, what exactly are they bickering over this time? Who has the larger sandwich? Who has the larger chair? Who has the biggest hat?
I believe Lord Oberon himself is like, betraying his own cause.
Oh, what is that
How
cause?
delightful.
That sounds very juicy.
Mhm.
Very juicy.
It's so you know the Seelie and Unseelie Fey Court, yes.
Yes, I have learned of them.
Broad strokes. Okay. Oberon, King of the Seelie, did some, minor betrayals of his own people here and there, as one does when you're in a high court.
And vouch for that.
And she'll sort of point to Sari as evidence. At the moment, or I should say prior to the existing moment, some people had been drawing away from both the Seelie and Unseelie court in an effort to not go to war with each other. Right? They had been gathering under the flag of one Lady Miriam, a former Archfey. You might be saying, once an Archfey, always an Archfey, which is what I said too. Power is somehow native in some of these people, and they always will look after it in some way. Yes? They might want to change their nature, but that nature will come out somehow. Either way, she seemed a nice enough lady. She definitely helped us out in terms of re- uncovering more information about Marn to begin with, including one of his little hidey holes. Little
So she was able to ascertain a stronghold of the Marn. This sounds like the kind of lady who I need to interact with.
correct, meaning that we'll need to actually go to her and make sure she's not killed in this upcoming war between the Seelie and Unseelie, because it sounds like they're going to attack her.
Wait,
Because
are
you know
you
she's
talking
been
about Miriam?
Mhm.
Okay,
she's the third faction, no doubt.
right.
And it's more than likely
So we
that Seelie
assume.
and Unseelie are going to, unite with each other, even if unintentionally, if only to get rid of the third faction who's been siphoning up soldiers from both of them. It's what I would do, right? If I'm looking at a battlefield like that, it looks pretty simple. If you have one side that's been taking soldiers away from both of you, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, even if they're also my enemy. United by a common cause, they're going to clear her off the board first, take back their citizens, and then go back to war with each other as they have been for the rest of time.
Is that Feywild politics?
As far as I know. Kozek, your opinion? Oh yeah, and you too, sorry, you grew up there, did you not?
Right, and what is it you're asking?
Is my description Feywild politics?
Oh, sure, that works. I've got, I mean, I've got a lot of, yeah, that sounds
Feelings.
great because honestly, my father left, uh, the court when, before I was born, and I grew up in a smaller town trying to be far away from the politics. So that sounds about right. What I've learned since.
And when we were there in the Feywild, I don't really remember seeing much warfare or much strife, really. We were in the Radiant City and we met Lady Miriam, but she was one of the only factions, if you will, that I think we even saw.
Well, considering that
Um,
your lady is the queen of one of those factions and currently imprisoned in something.
Yes, it's true. She's sort of a free agent, is how I see her, though. I don't know. I guess you're right, though. But minions, I mean,
Secondly,
am I a minion? I've met none of them.
yes, you are. Two,
I
if you recall, while we were helping Lady Miriam escort some individuals who were trying to escape the Fey courts, yes, we literally had to travel under a mountain, and they were using Marn's hideaway as a safe house. While we didn't see active warfare, there was plenty of evidence of subterfuge and the requirement for it.
guess you're right. Out in the wilderness, it was sort of a dangerous place to dwell.
I'm sure that they would not have literally had us go into Marn's hideaway,
But I feel as
nor
though
sacrifice those people to it.
we met a fairly small number of different kinds of bogans and brownies and pixies and other fairies when we were there. And whoever else might be the foot soldiers of these armies. I really don't know.
It is a worthy question to think about who currently is leading the Unseelie faction in the absence of your Lady of Air and Darkness.
That's a good question.
Wouldn't it be her
wait a minute, what's that?
her mate?
The move.
Oh, what's his name?
Does he have a mate?
Oh, things have moved.
I thought
Oh,
she did.
oh.
There's
I'll fix that
Oberon
later.
and Titania and
No, they're the other court, the Sealy court.
well, I can't say that I feel very allegiant to anything unseelie or sealy, but I do know that the Dark Lady is my very beautiful benefactor.
Right, but she's on Sealy.
I think she's on her own team. Well, maybe our team.
Your team, perhaps.
Well, you know, by courtesy, you know.
Well, it sounds like you are at least on good terms with one of the courts, so I suppose that could be very useful.
Well, and again,
True.
we're on good terms with the former head of one of the courts. I guess she still could be considered the head,
Yeah, let's
but
see.
she's been imprisoned in something for some time. Kozik is on a quest to free her.
Hope he doesn't know.
Meaning she might not be, in charge right now, functionally.
Right. Her true presence and power may be limited.
I don't like that role. That role scared me.
Yeah, right. Especially when you don't know what's about.
What incited it?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. So, the camera pans back out to Zed. As inside the cave, people are having stew and talking Feywild politics and potential enemies and allies. And Zed's outside talking to Marlin about basically trying to say, well, we kind of don't really need your help, but we need your help, but we don't really want to need your help.
He's conflicted because he wants to mark this. I guess what he hasn't asked Marlin was one thing, but he wants to mark this place off, but he also doesn't want to draw attention to it. He wants to be able to find it again.
Give me a history
So-
check.
That's a 5.
That is
Yikes.
indeed a 5. Continue.
So I guess first things first, he's gonna ask Marlin, or I know that you travel here through these ravines and mountains quite a lot, but like caves like this one, or roots, or places that you're either supposed to go or maybe not supposed to go. Is there a marking system? Do you have cairns or something to where you can tell that you've been there before, or you just go by what the land looks like?
He lifts a hand and taps his head. Old Marlin remembers.
Understood.
That's why old Marlin would only ever get lost once. Again.
Well, maybe you could. I'm not sure if it's an interesting sort of story, but maybe we could get back in out of the cold and you can tell us all about that one time you got lost and figured out a way to never get lost again.
Well, all
Story
right
time,
then.
maybe by the fire or something. I don't know.
And at this point, like the snow and like maybe not so much the ice, but like snow's like gathered on his fur, and he seems completely unperturbed by the weather. As you're probably
Yeah.
out there just struggling to stay warm, like
Zed's
know,
got layers, but
yeah.
yeah, he's not built for this.
And you could definitely feel the chill getting down to the getting down to the bone.
He's holding he's got kind of like his left arm crossed underneath his right and his right hand is held out just directly in front of him below his beard quite considerably just so it doesn't light himself on fire, but he's got a firebolt just kind of cast in his palm, just this mote of fire, and it's not really doing much, but he's just holding it out, trying to stay warm during this conversation, and he's gonna kind of start nodding toward the cave entrance. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's yeah, let's get in.
All right then, feller. Got some warm soup in there. It'll warm you to the bone. And then you guys inside see Zed and Marlin come back into the cave. So, and he claps his hands together. How was the stew? I hope it was to your liking. My
Oh,
grandmammy taught me.
delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Grandmammy. So, I guess after y'all's had a hearty meal, I guess we talk where we going. I think we still got a little bit of time to go before we get to that there Chronosis, but yeah. But like I said, I'm getting I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid by the day, so technically y'all's can take as long as you want.
Well, have we made a decision? I mean, have folks figured out what they want, which way we're going?
I vote to get to this Chronosis so that I can have a nice cushy couch and a very warm room and a place to read some books.
Yeah, I tell you what, especially because we've got the entrance here kind of opened up a bit. We could get the wagon out and um Zed's gonna glance over to Opal. You know where this is, right?
Right?
If
Could we
we
make our
leave
way
and
back here?
have to come back.
Opal, Opal,
Well,
Opal.
right. I mean, I'm ready to travel overland with Marlin's assistance, driving the wagon.
Are we just leaving? With
Well,
it right there?
so
With
Zed's
what?
gonna glance
With the
at
portal, you mean?
Niavara and then Thieves Can't. Opal has got quite the memory. And if we were able to get to Chronosis, I know that Temporalis is wanting to get there. We could pay off Marlin. and Gumdra needs to apparently take over some sort of apple cider business. We can always make our way back. And then
Discovery Island.
in sorry, in he's gonna like still in Thieves' Cant, just it's kind of like the sign language of just, you know, the the weird sort of sign language that we've developed
Developed.
where yeah, it's like uh at the last bit you just kind of see like Zed scratch his chest a bit and rub his beard. Um and that is suggesting that we have the key. I We got the key to the portal with us. So
Hmm. Mm, I see. And she'll Thieves' Camp back. If we lose out on the discovery, it's your fault. Before she brushes down her front.
Zed
I
Ed,
s-
sorry, go ahead. I've just
no, it's okay.
imagined whatever emotion that you just did to convey that. Zed just kind of is like, sorry, swallowed wrong. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm. I suppose we can't keep Temporalis from a couch, considering that he's been lounging in a leisurely little chaise all day and night, I suppose.
I know my life is torture. Look at me.
Very much so. I can only imagine what it's going to be when he enters the Feywild in search of Lady Miriam to talk with her about how she tracked down Marn's influence in Zedrin's brain.
Oh, I imagine she has very, very cushy couches.
Oh, she does. The little palatial gardens looked very, very beautiful. Where do you think I got my inspiration for the Lady Inanna? The silence is deafening.
It is.
Rude. Disregarding that, yes, I suppose we can do one job at a time instead of opening up 20 at once and doing all of them half-assedly. I think Sorry will be pleased by that.
By what?
Us going to Chronosis instead of opening another task.
Well, you know, at this point, I'm just ready to do what you want. But yes, I'm looking forward to Chronosis. But you know, you know that my attachment was because um, that fella had given us the task to go help his father escape, and that's on the way to Chronosis. But I just got the instinct impression that he wouldn't mind if the pathway to Kyrie was opened up again. So now I'm feeling like, well, okay, I don't know which is the most important way, so I'm willing to just go with what we all agree on, you know?
Zed's gonna kind of straighten his jacket up a little bit, brush back his hair. Um, well, I think fortunately, all this is up to us, and so we can really do what we like.
We can always do what we like, Zedrin.
No, but I mean, like, you know, if why not go to Chronosis? and this might seem weird, but yeah, we've gotten tasked with unlocking this fella that's stuck in some sort of astral jail, and we don't really know why. But, you know,
I
he's
do
probably
want
been
to
locked
say
up.
that I think we kind of owe Temporalis here a trip to Chronosis, though. I mean, we just got him out of that place that he'd been prisoner for God knows how long, and now he'd be stuck if we didn't get into Chronosis. So I think we can come back. You know, I mean, ultimately, I think
Yeah, like I was trying to say, the person that we're trying to free has been stuck there for probably longer than we've been alive. You know, maybe myself just speaking for me,
Disincluded?
but oh no, well, I'm young.
Are you?
Me too.
You're
He is,
definitely
because we
young.
saw him.
Yeah. But I mean, if they've been trapped up for some time and it's up to us to free them, but they've just been trapped up, well, I don't know, unless we perish, we could still get back to it. We don't do whatever we like. As meaning we could go to fucking Chronosis and see what the library is, and it's a big town apparently.
yeah,
Hmm.
let's just go there. We can come back for the. We can plan to come back and see if we can open the portal,
What if it's really
or
boring
we
over
might get
there?
swept off to something else.
What if there's nothing to do though? Yeah. Rebellious, man.
What?
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. What? Where? What?
Big town.
Nothing to do in the town. I imagine they've got some of the best drinking establishments you could hope for. That sounds
Well, and
good to me.
think about it like this. It's a big town, so there's no one to pay attention to you when you do rebel. So that means you can get away with anything.
Oh. Okay. I mean, wait a minute. I don't wanna.
Why are
And he
you?
folds his arms.
Oh my god!
Little one.
I felt like
know
you'd
what,
be
guys?
suggesting for him to read books, Veldrin.
I also grew up in the Underdark.
And I'm his baby sister. Think Zedrin. About the influences he's had on people. Anyway, I have an even better idea. Little one, you're so right. We should stay out here in the wilderness and fucking trek through it. There's so much for me to teach you about poison and the outdoors
What's poison
and
do?
the winds as
What's poison do?
It kills.
Oh.
You,
What'd it kill?
you could just see Zed's like he's not saying anything, but it's just he's just kind of mouthing like, "What the fuck?"
And she's thieves canting like, last time I expressed interest, he gave up instantly.
He just puts his hand over his mouth, and then slowly just swipes down his beard, just slow blinking.
I mean, you guys kill a lot. Seems like it's important.
No, it's actually not important. It's better for you not to do it.
Then why you do it? You say you do it all the time.
I'm joking.
Oh.
She's gonna make the deception roll there.
So it's something that the young one should do.
No, it's not.
You
Hmm.
gotta reverse psychology everything. If you don't want him to kill, you want to make it sound like it's the best thing ever.
Except I was doing that and I was disappointing Zedrin. I started going down that route and Zedrin was like, "What are you doing, guys?"
Down what route?
Telling him how
Thank you,
great it is to
sorry.
commit crimes.
Well, I hope one day in the far future we're not around to see the little one's wrath unfurl there when he's at his full power.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a tiny little dragon right now, but he's gonna be so big.
I'm gonna be the biggest.
And he's growing up. He's got to have
Yes.
some fun. Let the kid rebel and go wild. Come on.
I don't think that matters
So I
in this
will say,
context that we've just opened up.
I will
What do you
say,
mean?
you've got to understand, coming the OOC, this is Zed
Daddy said.
being an orphan that
Mhm.
literally has lived his entire life committing crimes to stay alive.
Mhm.
So he knows this life, but he can't, like, you can't sit there and look at someone that you care for that's young and impressionable and say, yeah, I want that life for you. So his impression is like, stop. Like,
Mhm.
But
Versus
there's
Neavara and
something
Veldrin, who were
there's something
old.
between the two though, right? I mean, he doesn't have to have that life, but he can have a taste of what's out there without going into the whole life, right?
sorry.
of
OOC, he
murder.
follows us around. He's got a taste of that life.
Well, that's true.
And we're talking about murder
I'm
here, to
fairly
be clear.
sure
Sorry.
little one has watched us murder
Wait, what
many.
murder? How did I miss that? What are we talking about murder?
Yeah, I don't know how you missed it, girl. This
I missed
conversation
it.
came up because Neavara was saying, yeah, killing. Poison.
The whole conversation has pretty
Oh.
much been about murder.
I'm sorry, I think I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
How did I miss?
Which is why I'm
Okay.
so surprised.
Oh, never
A taste of
mind.
murder.
Never mind. How did
Neavara,
I
he
miss
was like,
that?
why did I know? So he was like, oh, I don't want to go to the big city. Nah. And Neavara tried to reverse psychology him by saying, like, you're so right, let's stay outdoors and rough it. I'll teach you about poisons. And then he's like, ooh, I want to learn about the poisons.
You're so
So
bad.
I was trying to reverse psychology him. It didn't work.
No.
I failed.
Fail.
And so she turns to the little one with a high lie roll. And she's
also,
like,
the fucked up. Sorry to interrupt,
Mhm.
but I feel like the fucked up part about this is you do have a point in Rogue.
yeah.
So to like start teaching poisons to little one, and if Zed finds out, like Zed uses poison all the time, so he's gonna be like,
Mhm.
do I actually have to step in and like teach the class?
I was making a drow joke more than anything, but yeah, you probably would. And then she'll be, like, sigh about it, like, yeah, it's mostly just jokes because look at my brother, Veldrin. Do you see him? He would really be mad at me if I did something like kill all the time. It disappoints the people you love when you're bad like that.
That's a reason
You,
not to do it, sure.
yeah, you hurt people.
Hmm.
That's right.
And there are plenty of other ways to be really annoying.
Oh yeah.
The way I
Is that your goal?
You know,
So,
You're
I don't
really
know.
annoying.
so be like you? Okay. And little
Yeah.
one flutters over to Neovar and lands on the shoulder.
Okay.
Neovar is like, hand on her face, like, oh man, you should be like me. But you know what? Yeah, sure, she'll teach him it. You know what, little one? I do something called spying, which actually is learning things about other people behind their back. Can you tell me something secret about your dad that no one else knows?
You're
Wow.
so bad.
It gets him off killing.
Uh huh.
That's true.
And then little one will like
My
lean into your ear. There's little bugs that crawl in his hair.
I believe you. And she nods solemnly.
Little bugs that crawl in his hair.
And she pulls out her book. I write
Ay, ay,
little
ay.
notes about these people. My whole job was to look at the things that about them so I could exploit them later as blackmail.
What's that?
Blackmail?
It's something bad about a person that you can use later against them that they don't want coming out.
Little one, if you ever want to hear about all of the drama of the Underdark and the ways that families would backstab each other, you can ask me. Because I was the one that delivered a lot of the information to my mother.
Oh. The other one flutters over the Veldra and
Mhm.
lands on his shoulder. Like what?
In the Underdark, the idea is kill or be killed. There are no allies, there are no friends, there is no one to protect you. And so the best protection is to listen and learn and gather and absorb and hold on to it until you can use it against someone.
Oh.
And sometimes the things you use against those people get them killed.
Oh.
We're trying to get off the death topic.
Which is why you should not do what I did.
Why you're here and you're
Good
big
save.
and strong. So it worked for
I'm
you,
Valkyrin's
right?
here.
big and
I'm
strong.
here by luck, mostly.
Yeah. We ran away because it sucked down there.
Have you ever heard of what Dryder is?
No, shut. He doesn't need nightmares.
No, what's that?
It's something mean and nasty, and you don't need to think about it right now. You're too little.
What are you talking about? I'm big. And he kind of like stands up and puffs his little chest out.
And she's like, oh.
Leora, I'm pretty sure that Dryders can't be made anymore anyway. A Dryder, little one, is what becomes of a drow when they betray their people. If things were like how they were when my mother was young, I would be a Dryder. But they're not, because Loth is gone, and there's no Yucklols to make Dryders. So I am safe. But when a drow betrays their family, they get one more chance. And if they betray their family a second time, they become a Dryder. Dryders are... Do you know what a centaur is, little one?
Nope.
Okay.
Hmm.
Dryders... The upper half of a drow, and below the waist is a spider.
Ah. Isn't that better? Because you can climb walls and stuff?
You-
And poop
You
webs?
lose your intelligence.
It's... The fate of a Dryder is essentially a living hell.
Why is that?
You lose yourself.
You lose yourself, you are damned to live forever, essentially. There is Nothing to save you at that point. You will never return to what you were before.
Isn't that
You're
like growing up?
scary.
You're not what you used to be?
You know what? That's cute. Hey, on a completely different note, on the matter of changing, and she'll sort of, make a face at him. Dragons are supposed to have a secondary form. They can polymorph, i.e., you can do something like me. And, like, in front of him, she changes into a human.
Ah. I can't do that.
You could. Or
Hmm.
you will be able to, I should say. You should be able to. Lady Sarissa did that. Did you see?
Yeah,
Do you
she
remember
pretty.
her?
And she really
Mhm.
nice.
She's very pretty. She is very nice.
Why you no stay with her?
Why indeed?
Oh, I've got this bad feeling that we're going to head back to the Feywild at
Well,
some point sooner than later.
I mean,
I suppose.
considering everything that's going on in our home, doesn't it make sense?
Oh, it does. I've got very mixed feelings, but I'll be ready when it happens. I'm working on what it is I need to do to deal with what's his name. Oberon.
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah, that poison, right? Right. Well, that's right. I've got a slight problem. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I've got a commitment to a set of values, and they don't include. I can't. I've got to think of a way to make it all work together. I mean, he needs to face justice for what he's done, but I can't have myself just focused on vengeance and not be committed to my vows.
I mean,
So I've
don't
really got to think it through.
do you need vengeance to use poison?
You know what, little one? That's good jokes, my little guy.
Well, poison's fine enough, but it depends on who you're using it on. Are you using it on something that's evil that needs to die? Or are you using it on somebody that you've got no right to judge and kill? I mean, it just depends on what you're using it for.
Didn't they kill someone that you
They
that
did.
you
They
like?
killed my family, but that doesn't make them unequivocally evil in the sense of my vow that I've got to, wipe evil from the world. I think he's a little more grey than that, unfortunately. I wish I could
Oh.
just call him evil and kill him. I very much wish I could, but I don't think so.
Oh. So can poison him, but you can have someone else do it for you. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes. Exactly. It'll be lots of fun, little
Oh,
one.
right. I've not. Okay. Right. Carry on.
and then little one will fly over to Kozik and land on his shoulder. Any cool stuff for me to
Yes.
learn? I'm learning a lot today.
Well, yeah, it's just follow my lead, and you'll know what it is to act like some of the finer people in life.
Oh.
It'll get you far, at least as far as all of this espionage and poisoning and things like that.
Espionage and poisoning are the things that the finer people in life do.
100% Kozik.
I can't believe that. I refuse to believe that. See, little one, that's
Yeah,
part of being noble.
because like, I regret to tell you that Veldrin is too.
You forget
Is to
Noble, my mother.
Yeah.
it's funny, I detect none of it. But okay.
Yeah, I wonder, when did you leave home again?
Me,
Hmm?
just a while ago, just before we all met up as a group.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny, Mr. Lord Deepshaft. You haven't actually told us much about your home life, about your Lord family.
Well, not much to tell. I mean, I'm of lower nobility. I wouldn't claim to be any sort of high lord, and my family's pretty well off, and I don't know what is there to say.
How many people you
Much,
poison?
actually.
How many people you poison?
It's a
Yes,
good
what was
one.
that, little one?
How many
He's a
people
little
you
bit
poison?
fixated.
This
I
poison thing
said, how
seems
many
really
people have you
useful.
poisoned?
It deals with people you know like, people who kill other people that you do like, and
Oh dear.
Neovar isn't like in a fit.
Poison
Oh
doesn't
dear.
always work, little one.
Mm.
Sometimes, even though you try to plan as well as you can, you still get found out. That is how my
Just
goddess, Wolf.
Oh God, we're trying to raise a child. This lot, I don't know.
Well, the lesson here is Lolth did not plan smart enough, and she was found out. And in her moment where she thought that she was going to poison her husband and get everything she wanted, she was exposed.
ah,
You
Got
see,
her
little
into a
one,
bunch of trouble.
this is not good behavior for a noble to be caught out, to be found out. No, we need to act with dignity always.
Yeah, that's why you're not supposed to get caught when you poison people. That's why you have a servant do it for you.
Well, keeping up appearances.
And that's why you plan where no one else can hear, and you make sure no one else can hear.
Mhm.
Not even maybe
The
a
expression
goddess.
on Zed's face at this point is just like so drawn to Beldrin being like, that's why you don't get caught, and like little one just jumping around to everybody.
It's only a crime
Yeah.
if you get caught is like the motto of the Underdark.
And she's like, okay, look, as fun as, all that stuff is, Veldrin, little one, she pulls out her box of buttons. This is the truly depraved stuff. And she pulls it out. There's no point to this. This is just for the love of the game, little one. How many buttons can you find and steal off someone? You would be surprised there aren't many buttons around in clothing at this point in time. So you gotta really know what you're looking for.
ah.
You see, little one, this I question this this logic. I
Little
Yeah,
question
there's no
the
point to
value of
this.
this lesson.
and little one like flutters down to the box of buttons while like looking back to Kozik every so often as he's saying that.
Yeah, but buttons are pretty nice, aren't they?
And they're
Just
really
don't eat too
pretty. Like,
many.
this green one, and she picks it up, it looks kind of like an emerald. I've never gotten it tested, of course. I got this off of a noble heathen.
Oh, and he like
I
holds
was
he holds the
investigating
little
his
fingies
house.
out like grabby hands.
Please don't eat them. I've
Yeah,
been collecting them since I was 8.
that does look to be quite a nice little sweet meat, doesn't it, for the little one? What's it taste like?
Ha! Encourage him. I've been doing this since I was 8.
You're all
Some
fucking
of these are quite
encouraging him.
personal to me. Encouraging him. I'm trying to get us off of the topic of, like, more serious crimes onto, petty shit.
Well, let's make preparations to get on the road here, as it were. How
Oh
about
my god.
getting that will get his mind off of it.
The one time I've been protective. The one time I just let everyone have a conversation, and
Mhm.
it's getting to
It evolved.
not
It
even
evolved.
petty
I know.
crime, but like
It
legitimate.
started
Anyway,
serious.
okay, yeah,
Murder,
no,
fucking
yeah.
murder.
I didn't mean to.
And I myself have always considered myself sort of little one's godfather, if you will.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I think I walked into most of this.
so what you saying is if someone take buttons, they're really really good.
Not necessarily. More saying have some like you can do silly stuff and have fun with things. That doesn't involve hurting people.
Ah,
Poisoning hurts people, right? But like doing something like this, it's just annoying.
and
No
Nevar,
one's
give me
gonna
a quick
be
little
sad about it.
acrobatics check.
Oh my god. Little one, please don't steal my buttons.
Eh.
Oh my god, he dead ass tried, didn't he?
Ooh, that was close as shit. Okay. So, as you're talking about this and you're just like, going on about buttons and petty crime, and you see his little hands just like reach out, and you managed to catch him at the last second, but boy, this little fella's quick. I'll just say my base roll was a 17.
And she sort of clicks her tongue. Like, nuh-uh. That's not fun to do amongst friends. Especially if you're going to eat it.
But you say you're really good if you can take buttons.
I didn't
That's
say
not
that.
what she said, mate.
And she closes her little box and she puts it back in her bag. I said I enjoy doing it because I feel like it's a silly way of expressing something, right? What's something that you think that you could get away with? You said you eat your dad's bugs out of his hair.
No, he has a lot of them.
Oh, you don't? You gave up on that?
They're not tasty.
Oh, gross. Unfortunate. What's something silly that you could do, little one?
I don't know. Learn to make poison?
He's a
That's
bit
not
stuck on
silly.
that.
That's not silly. And that takes a while and it's gross. You have to do a lot of grinding up of weird things in the woods.
Yeah, that sounds
Ugh.
like work. And then he immediately
It's a lot of work.
flutters over to Opal and lands on Opal's shoulder.
And Iavara behind his back is literally like making prayer symbols like, thank God, I got it.
Hello. Oh, wait. Can you guys hear me?
Hi.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Just checking. Hey, little one, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Learning a lot. Everybody has something to teach. How about you?
Well, I guess asking what you want to learn is a bit of a dumb question. I don't know. Anything you want me to talk about?
Uh, and you see the gears spinning and the steam, practically steam rising from his ears.
I see.
And
Never mind. I mean, I could go into how my crap.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
we lose
And
you?
he's gone.
Oh,
He's like, I can go into Minecraft and Zedrin works through the fucking ether to get Opal to stop.
stop what? What?
Yeah, it was a mage hand that covered Opal's mouth.
After having the absolute nightmare of it, the introduction of concepts like blackmail, poison, murder.
It's
He said
bad.
enough.
Sorry, I take Discord out back. Like, never mind.
There
Hi,
you
I'm
are.
back.
You're back.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last thing you heard me say?
You were about to tell little
Nothing.
one all about your something about your own life.
My own craft.
His craft, that's it.
Does that sound interesting? Sorry, I didn't hear your response.
I don't know if you make it interesting.
Oh God, do I look like a bard?
Um.
Oh
And
yeah, explain what bard
Wait,
is.
you wouldn't have seen a bard, would you?
Oh
Oh,
my god, Frank.
actually, no. Little one would have seen a bard at that debauchery village before
Oh my
Cha
god, shut
vanished.
the debauchery village. Disrespectful.
I'm sorry. What else would you call it?
They were having a fun festival.
Kozak, what would you call that village?
Oh, that was a fun festival.
The debauchery village? Well, it was a perpetual party.
Well,
A
it's not
perpetual-
judge the religion of others.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
A party in perpetuity.
Bards use entertainment, music, certain entertaining vectors to cast magic, to use magic, really.
Mhm.
Is that a proper summary?
Mostly,
It
I think.
works.
is that what you do? I don't remember you playing music when you do stuff.
No. To put it simply, I use magic to make interesting items.
Oh, you make shinies?
I can make shinies.
Oh, can I have a shiny?
You know what? Sure. Give me a second. Let me check. So I remember I gave Sari a sword with an infusion on it that made it bright. I need to remember what that infusion is because Opal is pondering putting it on like a on her
Oh,
hammer.
you silvered my sword.
I did not. I'm not referring to the silvering of your sword. I put an
Oh,
actual
okay.
infusion
I don't remember
onto it.
that. Okay.
It's
That was a
if I
while
recall
ago.
it correctly, it was one of the first sessions you were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics, but basically your sword, if you hit something, it's either if you hit or it's a reaction if you get hit. But you can like blind your target. I think it's a DC check. It's actually really, really good, and I don't think you've ever used it.
Oh, I don't.
She
remember.
has never used it.
I don't remember this. I've not even read about this.
You haven't. You haven't since that day. Actually, you know what? With Opal's ability to use magic in her tinkering, could she like grab like a gold coin and like infuse some of her magic into it to make it glow?
Yeah.
At least a small bit.
I would if you're mentioning this out loud, just because Zed knows that little one is so enamored with gold coins and snacks on them. If you kind of like look up, Zed would flick over a gold coin.
Thank you, Zed.
Right?
And
The one tries to catch it, but does not.
Specifically, what Opal is going to do is, yeah, she's going to make it glow. Though, if she can, to the best of her ability, can I roll performance for this or whatever
Yeah.
you want it to be? Specifically, she's going to try and draw a dark space that looks like a little one's head or a dragon's head.
I'd say you don't really need to do a performance for that. But if you want to add the extra
No.
flair.
No. Actually, sure. That's a modified 20.
Nice. Meant to be.
It is definitely extra flair.
And to be very specific, Opal would grab the coin from before Little One could, grab it, infuse a little bit of her magic into it to make it glow, and then using her pointer finger of her perfectly functioning arm, which, if I recall, is her current left arm, would just draw a little dragon head in it for Little One. I would say don't eat this, but it
Question.
shouldn't theoretically be harmful.
Question for Opal.
What's your question?
What's her dominant hand?
She doesn't have one.
She's ambidextrous.
Yes.
Okay.
She's a stone entity that grew up with an artificer father who's always been using both of his arms. She learned to do it too.
Oh, she's
It's
a learned ambidextrous.
Yeah, it's
She's not a natural
annoying.
one.
It's annoying to have one arm not working, but it could be worse.
So Little One would take the coin
Don't eat
and
it.
immediately put his mouth on it, and then you say don't eat it, and then he's just kind of like slowly like stops biting on it.
But now, take a look at it. It's something special. Think about it that way. A gift.
Zed's actually curious in this moment because he knew that Little One would try and eat it, but it's been infused with something. Can I roll some sort of check to? I kind of want to say insight, but maybe Arcana. I don't know.
I mean, what are you trying
Like-
to glean?
If potentially, what would happen if Little One ate this coin because it's now been infused with something? Because Zed's given him coins and I think a gem or two to eat.
I have
That
a
would be
question for
Arcana.
you, Zed. I have a question for you, Zed. Are you just staring directly at Opal? Or at Little One on Opal's shoulder?
He's yeah, he's watching.
If you're worried it's going to do something bad to him, I doubt it. It's a small amount of magic. Just enough to make it glow.
So yeah, I guess you wouldn't necessarily see Zed being concerned. I don't think he feels like anything that you would have done would necessarily harm Little One, if that makes sense. You know, trusting that you know what you're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
there's almost an intriguing look that maybe comes across his face of like, what if he actually ate that? Like, what would happen? And this is more just Zed's gears turning. You know, he's not said anything, but that's a natural one.
Can I
Arcana
give
check.
Zed the help action? Because, you know what? Opal's actually a bit curious too.
So
might-
Zed,
like,
you
you
are
might-
you get the feeling that
Yeah.
if Little One eats this, like his body's not built to absorb magic, like it's gonna do something probably pretty bad to him.
Okay.
He's gonna have a bad tummy ache, or he's not gonna be a happy little dragon.
So just without really making too big of um a reaction, Zed's going to he might kind of like cross his arms a little bit, and I don't know where we're necessarily standing. But he's probably like leaning up against a wall. Um and he'll conjure his mage hand. Um Specifically if little one tries to eat this, his mage hand is going to be kind of like floating in proximity to try and snatch it, just in case, based on that check.
Is this the invisible mage hand or the visible mage hand?
Yeah, it's invisible for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing it stealthily, and I can roll a stealth check if you want.
Yep.
as
Give
well.
me a stealth check.
Yep. Wow.
Hmm. I mean, that's a lot, even on a 4.
I have a plus 10, so yeah, I was well.
So the one doesn't seem like because Opal said no, don't eat it, but it's like it was already like partially in his mouth, so it's kind of like the dog's holding onto a bone when you tell them like no, and they just like stop biting and they just kind of look at you and just slowly release their bite.
Yeah, so Zed's basically got his mage hand kind of like at the ready to attempt to swipe at this coin if little one tries to eat it, because of again, feels like it's probably not the best thing.
And as all these conversations are going on, Temporalis is just sitting in the corner, arms crossed. He's like sitting up now and just sort of like shaking his head. Seeing all these shenanigans and clearly hearing this story. Like, you'd even look over to Marlon and yeah, it'd be pretty obvious. He just has like this look, like if it were an anime, he'd have like the like blacked out like face with the wavy lines going down it, just like, this is a conversation. Awkward.
It was I won in the end. Nevar is just like relieved. Introduced horrible ideas.
Teaching all the right things.
We're such good parents, everyone.
It takes a village of poison and murderers and thieves to raise a child. And one noble.
A couple of nobles.
and
Who's
one noble
also-
that does not identify the other noble as a noble.
Oh wait, a paladin who taught him vows.
There we go.
Sorry,
We're gonna make a little psychopath.
He also got taught by an ex-paladin who broke his
Blackmail.
vows.
Yeah, blackmail. Listen.
Hey,
Are we gonna potentially have like a short rest? I don't know that it's
we had a long
necessary.
rest.
No, I know, but it was more for narrative because Zed being a rogue has a poison kit, and based on all of this is at some point gonna sit little one down and be like, okay, here's how we make poison, so he knows it proper.
Oh my god, no! He's just a baby.
Yeah, but he can't learn the wrong way to do it.
He doesn't learn any way to do it, Zedrin. He can learn it exists. If only to make really funny jokes.
I think you took the wrong message from things, Zed. You're worried about the little one, and then you decide that you're gonna teach him how to poison.
I feel like the door has already been opened, and it's almost my OOC. My thought process is like, uh, if anyone's gonna teach, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a shitty thing, but it's also like, I know about this shitty thing. If anyone's gonna teach my kid about this shitty thing, it better be me and not someone else.
You have to be the one to cast the die, Zed.
Well, he didn't. He didn't mention it. He wasn't like, "Hey, poison and murder." But then the conversation happened, and he's like, "I know a lot about both of those things. So if you're gonna try and follow suit, uh, yeah,
Pandora's
we'll see
box
how
is
it goes."
open.
Again, we're gonna make a little psychopath. Hey, Opal had an adventurer father, and look how she turned out.
So I'd say you guys have downtime. Like you guys aren't really under duress or going anywhere. And Marlon did make soup or stew.
Opal doesn't need to eat. Wait. Where's Funny Magic Man?
Temporalis, he's still there. He's just sitting in the
Hey.
corner, arms crossed.
Hey, Temporalis. I have a question.
Yes.
Simple question. Could you make like a better crafting area or repair area? Veldrin broke something, and I won't be able to repair it until we get to a more refined area. So I was thinking, with all of your powerful magics, maybe you'd be able to help us?
What, you think I can just conjure an entire workshop out of nowhere? Is
You
that
were
what
able
you're
to
saying?
you were able to turn an entire person made out of opal into a flesh and blood human being.
So you want me to turn this cave into flesh?
No, I'm simply asking if you could.
No.
Dang. I'm sorry. I feel like you've done crazier
No.
things,
I have.
and yet that is beyond your capabilities.
Correct.
That's disappointing.
Indeed. It also makes it so whenever an adventurer comes around and is asking for things like a workstation that I do, then I can legitimately say that I cannot do it. It also works in my favor.
The snarky response does not save you from the fact that it is disappointing.
That is all right.
I
I am glad you have the capabilities of doing that yourself as well.
What, not being able to conjure that out of thin air?
Indeed. In a sense, we are both incapable. Congratulations. We are
At least be
kin.
capable of that.
Well,
What do you mean, whale?
or nothing. Anyway, I am glad you are
Slap
teaching the
that guy.
child how to murder and poison. A fundamental way of survival.
Have you never killed anybody?
Me or several people. But if
Are
it's
you
any
good at
consolation,
this?
they deserved it.
I'd say
Thank
quite a
you.
few of the people who we have killed have deserved it.
Yes. I think of the people, and she looks at little one and alters her sentence, who have met unceremonious ends since I've left the Underdark. All of them have like horribly deserved it.
Indeed.
I can't think of any. Thank you, Temporalis. sometimes it just happens. Like
Oh
obviously,
my
like you
god.
don't want to do it, but like also, mm. Okay, Opal, those guys that tried to straight up,
Steal and murder us, or steal from and
yeah,
murder us.
in the middle of the woods, and they ran into me while I was by myself,
And then we were
and
hunting down the last guys who ran. That guy.
yeah, well, no, it was because he was running to get help, if you remember correctly,
Was it?
probably,
Was it?
yeah. Also, he was definitely doing something nefarious, and if he hadn't done it to us, he would have done it to other people.
Actually, street thieves are always going to be street thieves.
That wasn't even a street thief. That was a marauder. A bandit. Someone who ran across an innocent woman in the woods, and she's like, twirling her hair in one finger. Innocent woman all alone in the woods, and like just is like, I'm gonna take all your shit and then kill you. Ugh. You think that guy didn't kind of have it coming on him? Like, obviously, you're gonna threaten to kill and murder enough people. One day, someone's gonna be stronger than you. That's all I'm saying.
If my opinion is worth anything, I don't think anyone deserves to die regardless of what they've done.
I'm going to
Cool.
have to agree with Sylvan, unless of course they're terribly evil and they need to be wiped from the face of the earth. But otherwise,
I
hey,
understand the
just to
sentiment.
honor the people
Yeah,
that want to
no, I
get to
get
bed
it. I
early,
get it.
just to honor the people
Yeah.
that want to get to bed early, I think we should say
So
good
funny.
night.
Thank you. Sorry. Yes,
And that
except
is
for all the cases where they actually have to.
a
Yeah.
perfect spot, the perfect a point to wrap up the session, as people do have a time limit.
Also, a very funny point to wrap up the session. That was great. Sorry.
Yep.
Are we meeting next week? I can't meet, but are y'all meeting?
I'm kind of
I
thinking
don't
probably
Tours.
not, because I think it's
I don't think so. It's the 23rd.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
I don't know if I
yeah.
can.
Also,
These
on a
next couple
similar
sessions are always.
topic. Oh, sorry.
So I was going to say, just scheduling wise, the
it's Xmas
couple weeks with
holidays.
the Christmas and New Year's. Always
Yeah,
kind
after the 23rd, the next one is the 30th, which is the day before New Year's Eve.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the day before New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve itself. Is that
The
problem?
23rd is also
Like,
the day
people
before
are doing
Christmas
stuff.
Eve.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
Yeah, it just
people have
depends on
visitors and
what people are
family
doing.
and different
Yeah,
things.
people can
and-
will still be like visiting family for New Year's and stuff. So
Okay,
just
all right. So we're not going to meet for 3 weeks then.
1, 2,
Oh, wow.
third week.
I mean, I'm
Off
adding up
next
the
2,
1,
3.
The third
2,
week would
off
be the
2
6th.
weeks, and then the third week we meet.
I'll
Technically
be able
3
to
weeks
be
from
here for
tonight.
the 6th. I'm leaving again.
right.
Actually, I think.
All right. So as we're getting scheduling done, as I figured out schedules, with that, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate all of yous. Hopefully it was entertaining. It was a lot of yapping, but I think the next session will probably have some action in it, depending on where they go. It seems like so far away. Yeah. So for those of you watching, or I guess watching when the VOD, it's Christmas, so happy holidays if you celebrate that kind of thing. Yeah. But we do this. So we're not gonna do the next 2 weeks. Because holiday New Year's. um But yeah, we do this on Twitch, Twitch TV/Cube222. All right. Bye. Scheduling things. Let's see. Announcement. Right. But yeah, yes. So we will not have D&D next week or the week after, as they fall on holiday and New Year. So the next time we will have officially D&D, I'll probably still be streaming, because not everybody gets the luxury of being out and about. But looking at the schedule, yeah, so we will be back on the 6th of January. Yeah. And I'll try and get an announcement out, like just for people as a reminder. Yeah. But so tomorrow, I don't think we're gonna have game tomorrow because we're gonna have basically half the party out. So tomorrow's gonna be a normal D&D stream actually, which right, not D&D stream, variety stream. And for those of you on the Ubles Tubles, I am a variety streamer primarily. I just decided to run a game or two, and here we are, 3 years in, 145 episodes in, give or take, clerical errors. So yeah, I think that is everything I can think of. So, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And hopefully, we'll catch you guys again tomorrow at 6 o'clock Pacific for some probably Path of Exile. Honestly, probably Path of Exile. Yeah. So, with that, I will bid you all a good night and safe travels, and hopefully happy and celebratory holidays. But until next time, if you're just here for the D&D anyway, until next time,